Shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to my apostles and the elders of great millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's laboring in our truth and sincerity. To yours say Shalom. This is Brother Amawan Ariyah from the GMS Charlotte Camp, coming back with another Lord willing edifying lesson to feed the elect of the nation of Israel. In this lesson, I want to get into how the Israelites are promised the world. Because as we know, okay, that this world, all right, belongs to the Israelites, man. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushua created all things for our sake, man. Okay, and everything that we're going through, you know, essentially has happened to us so that when we inherit the world, we can, truly rule this world in all, righteousness, man. Okay, so we had to literally learn wickedness so that we can rule in true righteousness. But the Lord didn't, put us in captivity under our enemies, okay, for our destruction, man. All right, it was for our benefit that we had to learn, true judgment. Okay, so this goes to show you how Yahweh Shem Yahushua is truly righteous in his judgment, man. Okay, so matter of fact, let me actually open with this in the book of Baruch, chapter 4, and I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, "You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies," right? And we moved Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to wrath because we didn't hold up our end of the covenant that was made between our forefathers and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But we understand that these things happen, all right, for a reason. Okay, the Lord, had these things, happen to us, for a specific purpose, man. Okay. Now, real quick, I wanted to get this before I continue on. All right, this is the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse. Matter of fact, actually, let me keep going, and I'm gonna go back to that Romans. So back in Baruch 4 and 6 again, it says, "You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies. For you provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils, and not to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you," right? Because when Moses came down off Mount Sinai with the 10 Commandments, all right, pretty much, that was a representation of the covenant that we made with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. When that blood was struck onto the post, man, that sealed, all right, the agreement that was, between us and our power, man. But because we went against the Lord, all right, the Lord pretty much, he was justified in all the action that he took against us, which is why, we fell as a nation. Because when we were given these different lands to conquer, leading up into the Holy Land, all right, the Lord specifically made it known that we were supposed to destroy those idols, all right, destroy those nations and put out all their idols, all right, and that we weren't supposed to learn the ways of the heathen. But we know that that wasn't the case, man, and our people, fell victim, all right, to the worship of other gods, man, which directly went against what Yahweh Shem Yahushua, forbade us to do. All right, real quick, this is Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. "And Yahweh Shem Yahushua spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. And thou shalt not thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto the thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. And like I said, we didn't do that. Okay? We constantly through our history, all right, going in and out of captivity, always fell victim to idol worship. All right, which we know according to Wisdom of Solomon, the 14th chapter. All right, that was the beginning. All right, matter of fact, let me get that real quick. I want to butcher it. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and 27. It says, "For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil." Because we, just like, in the garden with Adam and Eve, all right, we were commanded, all right, not to learn of the ways of evil. All right. And when you go outside of the jurisdiction of the law, statutes, commandments that Yahweh Shem Shai gave unto us, all right, that was the beginning of observing evil, which is why in Isaiah the 52nd chapter, the Lord specifically told us to touch no unclean thing, man. And so when we were mingled amongst these different idols, we learned of their ways, man, and that's what introduced idol worship into our nation, all right, which directly caused us to sin against our power, which moved Yahweh Shem Yahushua to wrath, all right, to put us in this position to where we were, subjugated under our enemies. But that was not the case to be for us as a nation, man, because like I said, this world was created for our sakes, man. All right, for us to pretty much rule, but we had to go through all these different things, all right, for that aspect, man. Okay, to learn true righteousness, man. All right, but to learn true righteousness, we had to go through all these different captivities and learn, all right, what wickedness was, and being here in Babylon the Great, all right, the great whore. Okay, we are learning wickedness at an all time high, man. All right, but that was not to be for our destruction, though, man. All right, so back in Romans 8, and I'm gonna start at verse 18. It says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." Because when you go into the glory that's going to be revealed into us, later on down the line, once we are delivered out of this captivity, all right, we will begin to experience the promises that Yahweh Shem Shai had, promised our ancient forefathers, Abraham, that was passed down to Isaac and Jacob, man. All right, but we haven't been able to, experience that because we still have prophecy to play out, and we had to, learn these different things before we get the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay, so it says that the things that we're suffering right now is not going to be compared to how it's going to be for us in the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay, it says, "For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have made subjected the same hope." It's like the same in hope, right? So us going through all this hell, okay, we understand that it was the Lord's will that these things had to happen, all right, not for our destruction, but really for our benefit, because to be able to rule, in true judgment and true righteousness, man, we had to learn these things, on the highest scale, man. All right. So we won't have any skewed judgment when the Lord rewards us for the kingdom of heaven, or with the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. So us going through our daily trials, man, battling these demons, all right, being vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, all right. These things are all, to better improve us, to make us better judges, to make us better rulers, man. All right. Because at the end of the day, the Lord's going to deliver us out of this shit, man. All right. Verse 21. "Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh Shem Yahushua." Because we are the true rulers of this world, man. All right. We are seeing how the heathen are mismanaging, the very creation that was created for our purpose, man. Because the Lord had created, all the things to service the earth, man. The earth was supposed to be a paradise, man. All right, because when you read about the Garden of Eden, all right, in the book of Genesis, that really is speaking about the whole planet, okay? Because this place was supposed to be a paradise for us, man. But because of our sins, man, this is what, this earth has been made into a prison for us, man. All right, and this is what we see everything, pretty much being, destroyed, all right, under the rule of these devils and the rest of these heathen, because we have not, stepped into our true role yet, man. All right, because when you do the parallels, you know, going back all the way to Adam and to how our people are now, you start to realize that the more wicked and disconnected that we became from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man, the worse the earth has suffered. Okay, and that's not by accident, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. This is Second Ezra, chapter 14, verse 17. It says, "For look, how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein." And why is that happening? It's because the children of Israel are becoming more and more wicked, man. All right. And the wicked, which is the Edomites, all right, that are in the power seat right now, man. All right, they're pretty much establishing themselves and trying to, put themselves up as God on the earth. Therefore, they're pushing all types of enchantments and wickedness out, and they're using the Israelites, all right, the wicked of our people, the 2/3, all right, to forward that wickedness in the earth, man. And therefore, the earth, in comparison or it's like in contrast, is suffering because of that, man. Because the planet Earth and all creation, all right, it has a connection with the children of Israel, man. All right, so when we're not in our state of mind, our right state of mind, all right, the world suffers, man. Okay, but like I said, that was never, the end all be all, man. Okay, so back in Romans 8:21 again, it says, "Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now," man. Okay, but we understand that this is, a situation that had to come to pass because prophecy stated that this would happen. All right, but we know that the end result that the Lord has planned for the Israelites and the planet Earth, all right, is a good thing, man. Okay, this is Jeremiah 29:11. It says, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." And what is that expected end, man? All right, you know a righteous planet ruled under a righteous vibration, man. All right, real quick, okay, because according to this current world, we have no expectations, all right, for what this place is bringing, man. All right, Hebrews 13:14. "For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come." And the place that we seek, all right, was a promise that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah has made, you know, with our foreparents to give us, something to look forward to, because the scriptures say what? All right, without vision the people perish, right? So what vision has he given us according to, our forefathers, man? All right, Second Peter chapter 3, verse 13. It says, "Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness." And why is that place going to dwell in righteousness that we're talking about, the kingdom of heaven? Is because number one, Yahweh Shah, all right, who is our Savior, all right, is coming back to establish order on the planet, but also that he's going to raise up, all right, the elect of the nation of Israel, all right, that is going to be prophesying, okay, about this new world that's going to be dwelling in righteousness, and then we're going to be able to have the power to enact that, because the Lord is going to, deliver the elect from this place as it's destroyed and give us new bodies, all right, that we will have the law, statute, commandments put in our inward parts, all right, and we will be perfect in righteousness, man. And then once the destruction is past, all right, according to Revelation 21, New Jerusalem is going to come down, and then we're going to set up a righteous order in the earth, man. All right, Micah the fourth chapter, Isaiah the second chapter tells you that that righteous government, all right, is going to be set up in the earth, okay, which is the elect, all right, under Yahweh Shai in the 12, okay, King David in the 12. Like, we are going to push the law, statute, commandments upon the rest of the world, man, so that the righteous vibration of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai will be put on the earth, to where the whole earth will be a temple that is given, the honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And all nations will be forced, all right, to serve the Lord, man. That's what we seek, all right. That's how we know that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai truly made this planet for our sakes, man. Because only the Israelites were given the true instructions on how to govern this earth the correct way, man. All right. Now I made mention of these two chapters. Let me go to one of them. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Okay, and we know that the mountain of the house, the Lord's house, is talking about that righteous government. All right, because they are not mountains, compared to governments. All right, and when you break down that word government, all right, it goes into mind control, man. All right, govern means control. Mint goes into mente, which is mind. All right, so we're going to be controlling the minds of the people by establishing the law, statute, commandments in the earth, man. Okay, so it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. All right, that will be the top governing body on the earth, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. All right, just like how all nations have to bend to the rulership of the Edomites, even though they have their own ruling powers amongst these other nations, they all have to submit themselves under the top ruling power, which is the Edomites right now. Well, that's going to be like that, all right. But the Israelites are going to be that world superpower, man, because we're going to be gods on the earth, man. All right. Verse 3. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Right. So we're going to be establishing the law, statute, commandments into the whole earth, to where all nations will be subject to keep the law, statute, commandments. Otherwise, you will be judged according to the law, man. All right. Verse 4, he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords in the plowshares, and their spears in the pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And this is just what I said, man. All right. All right. We will be judging the nations according to the standards of the law. And when they go off, they will be, held to that judgment for breaking said law, man. All right. But under the subjection of the Israelites, man, there's not going to be any war anymore, because no nation is going to be able to come up against the Israelites in that day. Because once again, we will be gods, man. We will be able to pretty much, set that order up, because no nation will have the power to take us down, man. All right. So these things were already established from the beginning, but we had to go through the process of prophecy, all right, to lead up into this point, man. All right. This is why the Lord gave us the book for us to be able to read these things and to give us insight on why this has happened, why these things are happening, and what to look forward to, and what's in store, man. All right. Isaiah 46 and 10, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Right. So all these things that we see happening, all right, we read about that happening in history, all right, and we're reading about it's going to come to pass, man. the Lord already had these things, established from the beginning. All right, from the inception of the planet Earth, the Lord already had these things, already set in stone to come to pass, and prophecy had to play itself out, man. Like when you read about the statue in the book of Daniel's, man. All right, these kingdoms were already, the order of these kingdoms were already established to come to pass. All right, they will, have the set, beginning, and they're set in, just like how Babylon the Great is. We're in the set in, but then the kingdom of heaven, all right, is that next ruler power that's going to, come up, and that's going to be the last of any rulership, man. Is the kingdom of Israel, man. All right, so the Lord is having all these things done for His purpose, man. All right, which is to ultimately bless our people, man. Okay, because that's the promise that the Lord gave unto us, man. All right, that's going into the blessing of Abraham, right? Let's get there. Let's see. Uh, bear with me. So this is Genesis chapter 22, verse 6. I'm gonna start at verse 15. And the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham out of heaven the second time, and said, By myself have I sworn, saith the Lord, for because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, shall thy seed possess the gate, and thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. Now, as we know, Abraham, he had many sons, man. All right, but out of all those sons, the Lord was only dealing with one seed line out of that seed, which is, all right, the nation of Israel. All right, because the nation of Israel comes from, the seed line of Isaac, who then had Jacob, man. Okay, so just real quick, going into that word seed, it says offspring, descendants, posterity, of moral quality, a practitioner of righteousness, right? So that holy seed, all right, the Lord established the law through. Because as we know, the Lord, made that covenant with Isaac, then it was passed to Jacob. All right. That wasn't given to anybody, because as we know, all right, Ishmael was another son of Abraham, but Ishmael wasn't blessed with the covenant of you know, that chosen seed line, man. Ishmael was blessed with a blessing, but not of the blessing, all right, that Israel was blessed with, man. All right. And we know Esau was rejected. All right. So real quick, let's just go into that. You know, this is Romans chapter 9, verse 7. It says, Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called, which shows there's a distinction in who the seed line that, Yahweh Bashim Shai gave that blessing to, man. Okay? Because like I said, it wasn't to Isaac. I mean, it's like it wasn't to Ishmael, it was only to Isaac. All right? So it says, But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Excuse me. These are not the children of Yahweh Shemal Shah, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed, right? And the children of the promise, all right, was the seed line that came out of Isaac. Okay? It says, For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, all right, because we know out of Rebekah, all right, came, Jacob and Esau, man. Okay, it says, For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Right. So we understand that, look, that chosen seed line was given specifically to from Abraham to Isaac to Jacob. Okay, so this is how we know that the Lord's promise was only given to that chosen seed line, man. All right, so all the things that we see going on, man, this is the Lord, reaffirming in these days. All right, who that promise was given to, man. All right, so real quick, Isaiah 45:7. It says, "But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end." Right. So it says Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. All right. Salvation is a promise to the whole world, man. All right. This was only given to Israel. And then when you also go into what salvation really is expounding upon, it goes beyond, all right, being delivered out of the captivity that we see here in Babylon the Great, man, because the salvation, it also goes into the rulership that takes place after the destruction, man. All right, and that was only promised to the Israelites, man. All right, so this is why at the end of the day, man, the story that we have, it has a beautiful ending. All right, we're not prophesied to go out bad, man. Okay, the Lord, like I said in that Jeremiah 29:11, man, we have an expected end from Yahweh Shemal Shai, and that ending is blessed, man. Okay, because at the end of the day, man, we know that we are going to be the beginning of that righteous world, man. So what we see going on with this, this current age where everything is wicked and dying, that's the end of that. And this is the end of the heathen rulership. This is going to end with Esau, man. All right. Second Ezra 6:8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, all right, symbolizing the pulling down of Esau's kingdom, who the Lord is going to use Israel to do that, man. For Esau was the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. And that beginning of Esau being pulled out of power is beginning with the Lord raising up the elect of the nation of Israel to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, where it's being taken down spiritually. All right, the same way how when you go back into our history, when the Israelites marched on Jericho and we literally shouted down, all right, Jericho, we are spiritually shouting down Babylon the Great as we were prophesying against this whore, man. All right, so Esau was the end of the world, all right, the end of an age, the end of this age, man, the end of wickedness, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed, because like I read earlier in Second Peter, the third chapter, all right, we are going to usher in the age of righteousness that is going to, bring forth a new world, man. All right, due to the 144,000, all right, coming down off those ships, like you read about in Revelation, the 21st chapter. All right, Esau, he was never promised that, as well as no other nation, man. All right, the Lord has a extreme hatred for Esau, as we read, man. All right, real quick, Malachi 1:1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Because our people, all right, they're so focused on, the things that has happened to us. All right, like the brother Tazwan Gabar says here in Charlotte, our people are so focused, fixated on the root of the problem, sorry, of the fruit of the problem. All right, all the issues that we face, all right, because of our disobedience, but they don't look at the root of the problem, which stems from that disobedience, man. So when it comes to the love of the Lord, they can't look past the here and now, man. Okay, but the love of the Lord is showing us that, look, at the end of all this, all right, we have a blessed thing coming for us. Lord willing, world of the elect, man. All right, really, all Israel is going to be blessed, because all Israel is going to be in the kingdom of heaven. But starting with the elect, man, we have a blessed ending, man. Okay, it says, was not Esau Jacob's brother, save the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness, right? Because Esau was rejected, man. All right, Esau gave away his birthright, and he didn't see any use for that birthright, man. All right, and so this is why the Lord ultimately rejected him. But that goes back to what we read about in Romans, man, because it was sanctioned for Esau to pretty much to give that birthright to Jacob, man, because Esau was set up from the beginning to be the wicked, and Jacob was set up from the beginning to be the righteous, man. All right, and that wasn't by choice of any action that was done between the two. It was just what was written, all right, for these two characters in the story, man. All right, but according to Esau's, his ending, all right, hey, his ending is gonna be destruction, man, because the Lord is going to destroy everything that Esau Edom has built up in this world, man. All right, as verse 4 says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever, because the Lord hates Esau, as we read earlier, man. All right, and because the Lord hates Esau, because he's the wicked, all right, the Lord's going to eventually destroy him, man. All right, because Esau was cursed, man. All right, and he carries that curse of Cain. All right, going back to Genesis, the fourth chapter, man. All right, so that curse is going to ultimately be his destruction, man. All right, Proverbs 3:33. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just, man. So that curse, like I said, going back to the curse of Cain, man. All right, which Esau, he has many, judgments awaiting him, man. Okay, going back to his descendant, going back to the serpent in the garden, to Cain, to Esau, and to all his descendants, because he's never received judgment, man. All right, he's never received judgment for the Crusades, all right, the conquistadors, all right, what they done over here in America, all right, all the things in the world, Edomite history is nothing but, a rape, robbery, and murder, man. And Esau has not been paid back for anything like that. So, the curse of the Lord is that judgment that awaits him at the end, man. All right. So all these things that he has done up until this point, the Lord is gonna, hold against him, man. All right. So, hey, we're not to fret when we see these things, that Esau Edom is doing, because, hey, his habitation is not blessed, man. His habitation is literally cursed, man. All right, because his destiny is to be blotted out of the earth, man. All right. So let's go to James chapter 5, verse 1. It says, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. And this is going into these Edomite elites, man, these bankers, man. All right. These Edomites that's in a position of power, man. All right, this message is to you. Okay, it says to reap and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you, because the Lord is about to come see you devils, man. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Because, hey, we understand that the only reason you were able to accumulate all these riches and power unto yourself is because, like I said, you stole it from the Israelites mainly, but also from the other heathen, man. You have accumulated all this wealth unto yourself through ill-gotten means, man. All right, and they are a witness against you, man. It says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, because here it is, the Israelites is what built up your country, your kingdom, and we don't have shit to show for it, man. All right. It says that we crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. So our cries that we have, been crying about, the injustices and atrocity that has been done against the Israelites, all right, have all reached the ears of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, which Yahweh Shah, all right, a title for him, as it says at the end of this verse, is the Lord of Sabaoth, the Lord of armies, because when Yahweh sends Yahweh Shah back, he's coming with the whole host of angels, all right, to lay siege upon this kingdom and destroy you devils, man. All right, Revelation the 19th chapter, man. Okay, it says, you have lived in pleasure on the earth and have been wanton. You have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter, right? Because you are literally the rich man in that parable of the Lazarus and the rich man. All right, you lived deliciously on the earth and have not shown mercy unto the Lord's people, man. Okay? You have condemned and killed the just, and he doeth not resist you. All right? Hey, you have shown no mercy, man. So you will not receive any mercy, man. All right? It says, "Be patient, therefore, brethren, until the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain." Right, and this is what we are patiently waiting upon, man. Okay, because Yahweh Shem Shai, man, he's literally, manifesting the rising of the elect as we're being perfected in this captivity, awaiting His return. All right, so that we can, you know, receive the blessings that await us at the end. Because right now we are beginning to reap those benefits by us receiving this truth again. All right, and we are being built up. All right, so that we can, inherit, those promises that await us, man. But when we actually get delivered from this kingdom after it's destroyed, we will fully be able to enter into our blessing that the Lord had promised for us, man. All right, because like I said, all these different things, all right, were created for our sakes, man. All right, for our benefit, man. All right, this is Second Ezra chapter 6 verse 54. It says, "And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen," because this story is all about that one seed line, man. All right. It says, "All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes." All right. And Israel was an Israelite. Okay. So the whole world was made for the Israelites' sake, man. Okay. "As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel." Right, because you other nations are insignificant in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because how we know the Lord only cares about us because the Lord only gave us, all right, the law, statutes, commandments, according to Psalms 147, 19 and 20, man. Okay? So we have a standard that we abide by, because the Lord, that's how he distinguishes blessing between us, man. All right. Hey, they not like us, right? It says, "And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us." And we understand now that that happened because, all right, we, number one, that was prophecy, and then number two, because we fell away and didn't hold up our end of the bargain. It says, "But we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, are given into their hands. If not, if it's like, if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure?" And that's going to, happen, all right, until the Yahweh Shai returns and takes this devil down, all right, and raises up, all right, the elect, all right. And that's what we are patiently waiting upon, man. Okay, so until then, we have to endure, all right, all this wickedness that we see taking place, man. All right, endure watching these devils destroy, the very creation that the elect help, Yahweh Shah create. All right, but that's, for a little season. All right, we're gonna endure just for a little season, man. Okay, Obadiah 1:21. "And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's." And that's what we are pretty much, waiting upon, man. All right, because the saviors of Yahweh Shemel Shah are being raised up now in the spirit. All right, but eventually we will be given that power to help enforce what it is that we are, we are looking to maintain with this earth, man. All right. So that's ultimately what we have to look forward to, because this, like I said, this whole planet belongs to us. All right, the earth, the creatures, and the people in it, they all belong to the Israelites, man. All right, because hey, you heathen, all right, were created to be the servants of the Lord. It's like the slaves of the Israelites, man. All right, is the Israelites are the servants of the Lord, but you heathen were created to serve us, just like the creatures, because you would be classified as a creature as well, man. All right. So this is how we know that, hey, this is all Yahweh Shem Shai's movie. All right. So with that, Lord willing, All right, I'm gonna end this lesson. All right, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chahakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect. Until next time, I say Shalom.